And welcome to Tamar Caravan Centre. For this video I'm going to give you an explanation and demonstration on how to use the Truma iNet heating system. So to turn the control panel on, simply press this centre button like this, press it again and it'll bring you onto what I call the home page. At the moment you can see that the motorhome is flashing, so that means you're going to be operating that particular part. So select this one. So this is for the internal heating system of the van. And at the moment, as you can see, it's off. So what you do with the center dial, you turn this one to select the temperature that you desire. So let's just say 25 degrees. Once you've got it to 25 degrees, select it by pressing the button and a little flame will come up the top. The flame doesn't mean gas, it just means that the heating system is now active and that one's flashing there like that. When you see the little flame flashing like this, it basically means that the internal heating system is on, but it's not yet got to the temperature that we desire. So this is going to carry on flashing until it reaches the 25 degrees that we selected. So next we're going to use the hot water system. So what we do is we scroll across with the little dial like that onto the thermometer and the little water. So when it's flashing, that means we want to use that one. So we select that one, and at the moment it's showing that it's off. There's 3 different settings. So you've got off, eco, hot and boost. So personally I recommend running on eco all the time. That's going to give you plenty for hot water to do the dishes and so on. So if you want eco, you simply select by pressing that center button again. So it comes up with eco and the thermometer is flashing. So at the moment it's saying that the hot water system has not got to temperature. One thing that you will need to ensure that you do before you select the hot water system is make sure you've got plenty of water in the Combi boiler in the hot water tank itself, which is on the water priming video that we do. So if you wanted to change this one now, the hot water from eco to hot, you simply make sure that you're on the hot water icon, select it. So we're on eco at the moment. Then you just twist till you get to hot. So hot is if you just run out a little bit of hot water and you just want to quickly heat it up, you just can put it onto hot. And you do also have boost. So if you wanted to have it on boost basically is if you've just had a shower, there's a 15-litre hot water tank in the Combi boiler. If you've drained the hot water entirely, you make sure you fill it back up with water. You put it on boost, and then that will use all of the energy to heating up that hot water as quickly as it can. So I'm just going to turn this one back to the hot water back to eco, because that's where we normally recommend running it most of the time. So select eco like that. What we're going to do now is we can select how we want to feed the heating system from the power supply. So use this little dial again, so we're on the gas cylinder or the lightning bolts. So if you select that one, and it gives you different options on how to what source you'd like to. So you've got the gas, so this is your onboard gas. This is the gas that's coming from the cylinders in the gas locker in the front of the van. So this would be gas only. If you wanted gas only, you simply select it, go on to gas, select it again, and the little gas cylinders on the top there. So that's using gas from your gas cylinders. You can also have a mix. So you can have a mix of gas and 1 kilowatt of electric, or you can have a mix of gas and 2 kilowatts of electric. That's what the 2 lightning bolts are there for. You can just run it purely on electric on its own, which is this one here. I'm just going to demonstrate this one in a second. So we're going to select 1 lightning bolt. So 1 lightning bolt is 1 kilowatt of electric, and that basically equates to 4.2 amps. That's the one I would recommend running it off most of the time, because it still gives you plenty of ampage that you can use throughout the van. So 1 kilowatt is the best one to run on, which is that 1 lightning bolt just there. But you can also run it on 2 kilowatts, which is EL2, and you select that one. So that's basically running at 8.4 amps, 2 kilowatts. The reason I wouldn't recommend running that one too much is most sites in the UK run off 16 amps. So you're using nearly half of your power supply if you're running on 2 kilowatts. So I personally wouldn't really recommend that, but it is an option if you wanted. So I'm just going to turn it back to EL1 for the moment. So now we're going to use the fans, which is this one here. So what we're going to do is turn on to the fans, select that we want to operate the fans. You have Eco or High. So if you have it on Eco, that's one little fan that's spinning, that's pushing the air around the van. If you wanted to change that to High, you simply switch it over to High by moving the dial, select it again. That comes up with 2 little fans, and that will speed the fans up and start blowing the warm air throughout the van that little bit faster. So what I've done is just moved across onto this bottom panel here like this by using the little dial, so we're now flashing on this one. So this is if you wanted to set timers. So for example, if you want it to come on in the morning for an hour or 2, so what you do is you select on the timer there like that. If you talk too long like I do, just press it again and it'll go back. You just select this one, so select. So we've got a start time, so let's just say we want to turn it on at 7 o'clock in the morning. Select the minutes, and then what time you'd like it to finish. So let's just say we want it to be on for an hour, so at 8 o'clock, and you turn it on. Then what you want to do is select the temperature that you'd like it to be. So let's just say I want it to be 28 degrees, and you select it. Would you like the hot water on? Yes, I would. I want it on Eco. Select like that. How would you like to source it? So I want to do it on 1 kilowatt of electric, and I want the fans to be on Eco Select, and we want it on. So that comes up with a little symbol up there to let you know that you've set a timer to be on for this system. So if you do set a timer, you need to set the time. So that's this little dial that's flashing just here. So you select that one, and then you just put in the time that it actually is. So you select 1:44, select, and that's the time set. So the little flashing spanner down the bottom is your settings. So if we go into settings, select that one. So offset. So on this particular van, we also have the command unit. So there's 2 ways in which you can tell what temperature it is in the van. So if you wanted to offset this control panel to match the Swift command panel, you can do that here by adjusting the temperature to what you want it to be. So that's for that offset. You have the temperature. So this is just simply in degrees or in Fahrenheit. You also have the brightness. So with this one's for the screen, so you can brighten it or darken the screen depending on what suits your requirements. Select. Then you can have 12 or 24-hour clock. It's just simply to set what time you like. Language, if you'd like to practice your foreign language. Index, I honestly don't recommend going in there. That's basically where our guys go in for servicing and to test the systems. And then you have reset. Reset, if you have set lots of different lots of times for programs, you literally just press reset and they'll reset it back to factory settings. So that's how you use the Truma iNet control panel. To turn the panel off, you simply just press and hold this middle button, and it will come up with off, and it will power down. If you've had the heating on for a little while, it might take a little bit longer to power down. So this is the Truma Combi boiler system. There's basically a 15-litre hot water tank in here. There isn't very much that you actually need to do with this. One thing that I am going to show you though, there is a Combi boiler reset. If you do have any questions or don't feel happy doing that, please feel free to call us. We're more than happy to explain this to you over the phone and demonstrate it for you. So to carry out the Truma boiler reset, you simply take off this little panel here like this. Then what you do is there's a little tiny button which is just under these little yellow wires here. It's like a little brown goldy button just there. What you need to do is basically, if the system has tripped or it's not wanting to fire up, simply just press and hold this button for 10 seconds and then that'll reset the boiler system.